This is our third and final video on the butterfly. Today we're going to change things to our way of doing things, and by that I mean you'll learn in time that you want to do your own thing with embroidery. You want to use your own kind of patterns and want things to work the way you want them to work. And today I'm going to try to illustrate to you that this program will let you do whatever you want to do, and if you want to do things differently, it is just absolutely your right to do so, and we'll show you how to do that. Okay, to start with, I'm going to, and as you can notice, we've started from where the last video left off. I'm going to select all the orange, and I'm going to operate on the orange some more. I'm not finished yet. Okay, one of the things I prefer is that all the objects be the same stitch type, and here we have complex and satin. I'm going to have them all selected by left clicking on the color strip. I'm going to go to the area object stitch properties by clicking on the space bar, and I'm going to change them all to complex. I'm click on the complex tab. I'm going to use, no, I won't use smooth edges there, it's not necessary. We'll talk about that a little bit. I'm going to leave the 30 degrees. We'll change those on the screen. We don't want them all 30 degrees, but we'll change them on the screen. And here I intend to use a stitch pattern. You can create your own patterns for this program. I'm going to use a stitch pattern called Random Pick 2. It happens to be a random pattern that I created myself by using all the stitch points. You uncheck it here and hit the random button until you get the one you like, and then you can save it with its own name, etc. And away we go. And now I'm going to OK this to generate it, and when I turn the 3D button on here, you can see that it is different, but they're not all running across like I want them. So now I'm going to right click off to the side, and I'm going to change each one of these to do it the way I want, and I want the stitches to go across like that. I'll do 2 or 3 of these, and then I'm going to pause the video while I finish it up in the interest of conserving time. Whoops. If that happens, you click over here and click on the move. That's the undo button. Now I'll be more careful about how I do that. I didn't get quite a hold of the out tag to move it, so I moved the whole image. And that one looks okay. I'm going to pause the video, and I'm back, and I'm going to right click and to cancel all the flashing lines, and then click on generate, and now they're sewing across like they ought to, and all the out tags are on the bottom, or at one end. I'm sorry, we're not worried about the end tag so much. It's the out tag that controls it, makes it go all the way across. I'm going to left click on the blue chip now, and I'm going to change that. Well, I guess I ought to get out of 3D where I can see it's not invisible, and then I can make them invisible again. You can't, the invisibility doesn't work in 3D. That's why it looked like they were there. Okay, now they're back. I've made them visible again by selecting them and clicking the eyeball on the control panel up here. Now they're back, and now I'm going to left click select them again, and now I'm going to go to the property sheet again. I'm going to click on complex. I'm going to make them complex icon too, and then I'll click on the tag. I'm going to change these all to 90 degrees, doing this one a little bit differently. Like I said, this is my design. I'm going to do it the way I want to do the design. Okay, now I'm going to also use smooth edges on this one. I'm going to left click on select pattern, and this time I'm going to use the other random pattern I had in there, random pick, instead of random pick 1. Okay, and okay on that, and there it looks different. 3D, very much different. I'm going to take it out of 3D again, and now I'm going to show you what smooth edges look like a little bit. Smooth edges, right, well, not there, here, over here. Okay, when I take it out of when I want to make this black and visible where I can see this line a little better. So I'm going to click on the eyeball down here, make the black and visible. See those double dots on the edge? Normally a stitch run has only one dot at the end. one stitch at the end, and then it goes back at a little bit of an angle and then straightens out straight. Well, this lets the pattern finish its job along the edges. Sometimes if the shape isn't just perfect for the pattern, you might have an incomplete pattern fill along the edge, very edge. Generally, it doesn't cause a problem at all, but if you don't like the way it looks, sometimes you just put smooth edges on it. It gives you the double line, a few extra stitches, and there we are. Okay, now I want to get back to full size here, and now I'm going to work on the black a little bit. On the black, I intend to mainly work in the middle. I also want to move the in and out. One of the first things I want to do is move the in and out tags up here, like that. Okay, and when I generate, that'll change that, move it up here permanently. Now I want this center part to be a little different in here. One of the first things I want to do is change the stitch direction, but I'm just going to do all that on the, get that screen out of the way, right click, hit the space bar, get the property screen, and now I want to change it to, I'm going to leave it AutoJudge, I'm not going to change it, but I'm going to operate on the complex part of that AutoJudge by the center part of that design. So in here I'm going to change the direction to 0 degrees because I want it to cross in that area, and then I'm going to select a pattern. I think I'm going to also use straight edges on that part of it, and this smooth edges, and that smooth edge will only apply to the complex piece of it. Okay, I'm going to select the pattern again. This time I'm going to select a pattern, a little different pattern. I'm going to use another pattern that I created. I'm going to use the satin complex. That's my name, no one else's name. Doesn't belong to Generation, it belongs to me. Okay, you can use it too. Okay, it consists of 2 stitch points and 2 stitch points only, and it gives you the fill sort of a, although it's complex, it gives you sort of a satiny look. You'll see that in a minute. Okay on that, and okay here, and now you can see it looks different here, but when you look turn on the 3D button, it'll look even more different. And I'll zoom in on the way you can really see it. See, that looks like a satin column there, satin columns you might call it. Okay, I like that look. And take it out of 3D, and I'll hide one of these blues here and let you see the smooth edges along the edge there. See, it only affected this area. These areas, which are still satin in this same object, are not affected at all by the changes we made. I want to make sure you understood that. And now I'm running short of time here, and I did want to play stitches with this a little bit. I'm going to make that blue back, and I recall there was another change I wanted to make to this blue. A little bit of a difference of opinion in the way it should operate. The out tag is stuck way over here, and I want that out tag on that blue piece to be up here in the center, like that, close to the edge, because the stitches are going to flow this way. That's what way I want them to flow. Now I'll place stitches on it very quickly because I'm running short of time, and I'm going to speed it up a little bit and put it on 100 here, so to really fly through this thing. You see how those are sewn across all the way, and it's coming towards the center. It finishes up in the center on those blue. Even the last one I changed there. Oh, it's jumping around on me here a little bit because it's not fitting on all fitting on the screen. Sorry about that, guys. And there we are. We're finished. Get back to 3D. Get out of this and get back to 3D view. And that's it, guys. That's all. Thank you. Appreciate your help, and hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.